So let's go over to Best Buy. And, okay, let's go buy a damn laptop. Uh, so say you want all these things and all that, and you get the laptop. So then you have it, you go home on Subway, you see this weird advertisement, but it doesn't matter. So this is my presentation about how AI can replace your brain. I bought a laptop. Let's say you buy a laptop recently, and it's better to just show. If let's see here. So if we look at the keyboard, a lot of new laptops have this. A lot of new laptops that have Windows 11 on them, they have this button on it. This is for Copilot. This is, and it's replaced the right control button. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it does signify something bigger for the tech industry as a whole. Copilot, if you don't know, is another AI assistant, just like ChatGPT. And I'm sure you've heard of it by now, whether it's good or bad. It's our future or our doom. We all know that AI can be here to stay. So then, whether you need to write a new essay, if you don't have the time for it, if you have a pendant that listens to everything you say and can be your AI chatbot friend, or you need to lay off hundreds of jobs, it's here for you. When we use AI daily in our lives more and more, it creates this vacuum in our heads. It diminishes our critical thinking. You can say to yourself that you might not have time to do this assignment. You might just need to generate this graphic for your slideshow. But the more we do that, the less we engage in our brains, the less we can think for ourselves, and the more AI generally takes over. We can say that it's not doing much. We can say that it's no harm, but it really is. So it won't be long before we can say that it's really taken over. I'm sorry, the speech was more organized in my head. This is Alex Hoffman. He is a co-founder of he's on the board of executives at Microsoft, and he also runs a lot of AI technology. He wrote an article saying AI could work for us. He knew that in the future AI would become more prominent. He would say that with the mass amount of data collection that we have on the internet, as we have, AI could compile that for us. It could serve as our personal assistant. If we were to go into old age and forget, it could remind us. If we need to make big decisions, it could help by knowing us better than we know ourselves. That might sound dystopian, but hey, that's what he says. It's a possibility that AI could be beneficial in this way, but the problem is that our data isn't safe whether we advertise it ourselves, as Hoffman says, or we keep it to ourselves. Any info you post anywhere, whether it's privated or anything, most databases will have it. Maximilian Casey, who is an economics and machine learning professor at Oxford, they state that the extraction of data by AI can be exploited by anybody. The companies who can see your personal history and advertise to you to get you to buy what you want. Jobs can reject your resume just by seeing what you've done from the AI, what they know. And banks might not believe whether you can pay a loan back because it might see like, hey, I'm not paying my loans on your private Instagram for whatever reason. AI can be used to evaluate ourselves without actually knowing us, and that's good for companies and bad for the human experience. And the majority of things that we might know about AI, or at least you guys, is in the field of education. Because obviously, write essays, take notes. I know Miss Sewing is very advocative of AI, whether it's compiling notes or not. There is this woman, Megan O'Rourke. She is a creative writing professor at Yale, and she's seen in real time what AI can do to either her students and both herself, because she has personal disabilities, so she's been using AI to help her compile syllabi, or maybe just think of drafts. And this is like a most common use case for a lot of people when they say that they can use AI in moderation. But we can notice that she had a lot, although she didn't have as much mental burden from having to do all that busy work, it also meant that with just a click of the button, she could just grade off her students. Her students could write essays or do all the work just by asking the AI to do it, and it could imitate them pretty well. So it makes it makes our education a shell of itself, and it makes it almost redundant to be in education in the first place if we let AI do the work for us and diminish our own critical thinking. In fact, there was this study by the Kanpur Institute of Technology by a few different students. It was named The Impact of AI-Generated Content on Human Creativity and Original Thought, a Psychological Study. This study found that if you use AI to help with your essays or even anything, it could show that you could get higher output, but your own original thought would be diminished, and you would have less increasing returns with time. So obviously, returning and repeating over and over that AI is indicative of lowering our own critical thought and not letting us really think for ourselves, in essence. In a vacuum, AI could be safe to use for moderation, but we need a lot of restrictions, and we need careful measures to ensure that AI doesn't really get out of hand. By addressing the pitfalls that we create by using AI a lot, we can discuss our own parameters, and I think that we should maybe introduce lawmaking to ensure this. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it.